Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today we are going to start chapter 582 of I Have 90 Billion Licking Gold Coins. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. Inside the police station, tension remained thick in the air. Zhang Biao took a deep breath, walked to Wu Jun, and lowered his voice. Wife, just go apologize to Miss Qin and Miss Yi, all right? We'll talk everything out at home. He even threw her a few meaningful glances. But Wu Jun, she didn't even flinch. Her eyes grew cold as she stared him down, along with her group of girlfriends, who were already fuming. Not going. Her voice was sharp and decisive. Zhang Biao's face tensed. He forced a smile, trying to keep it together. Come on, honey. This isn't a small matter. Didn't your brother say he liked that Bentley? I'll buy it. I'll even bring your dad to Shanghai and set him up in a villa. But Wu Jun's face twisted with growing resentment. You think you can just throw money at me again? Her voice was rising now. You always do this, Zhang Biao. In your eyes, I'm just an object, not a person. I've had it. I deserve respect, not just your wallets and your bribes. Zhang Biao's patience cracked. He frowned. What do you mean I don't respect you? Haven't I given you everything? You want bags. I get you dozens every month. What else do you want? I want to be heard, to be seen. I want dignity, not another damn handbag. You think I care about money that much? You never understood me. Her girlfriends jumped in, like fuel to a fire. Zhang Biao, seriously. Jun's been wronged badly today. Not only did you not stand up for her, now you want her to apologize? Are you even a man? She didn't even do anything wrong. This is beyond unfair. Slam. Zhang Biao's fist struck the table. Enough. Shut your mouths, all of you. His voice boomed like thunder, instantly silencing the whole group. The air grew still. The weight of a true tycoon settled in the room. Even the girls, who had been so mouthy a second ago, looked like scared kittens now. But Wu Jun wasn't done. You dare yell at my friends? Zhang Biao turned to her with bloodshot eyes. I'm being generous, Jun. But don't push it. You'd do well to remember who gave you this life. You think I need to take this from you? Just because you grew a little muscle and injected some serum? Don't overestimate yourself. If I say apologize, then you apologize. But Wu Jun had had enough. She stood tall, her voice clear and merciless. Zhang Biao, you think I can't survive without you? There are plenty of men out there who would spoil me. I'm no longer the same woman you married. I say it now, and I say it loud. I want a divorce. Zhang Biao's face froze. What did you just say? I said, I want a divorce. The room fell silent. You could hear a pin drop. A storm was gathering behind Zhang Biao's eyes. You said it. Don't regret it later. His finger trembled as he pointed at her. In the beginning, Wu Jun had been sweet and obedient. Pretty, humble, gentle. That's what had made Zhang Biao bring her home, to spoil her with luxuries and love. But now she had turned into a cold, calculating woman, spitting venom. Wings hardened, ready to fly solo. And indeed, behind that fierce exterior, Wu Jun was already calculating. Zhang Biao had a net worth of over 100 billion yuan now. Even discounting his premarital wealth, the 70 billion earned during their marriage would be fair game in court. She could walk away with 35 billion, more than enough to live the high life. With that money, and her new superhuman strength, she could chase her dream man, Yan Zong. Who needed this balding old man? She was already planning to call a divorce lawyer tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, the next morning arrived with calm skies. Chen Yuan boarded his private jet, bound for Yanjing. He hadn't informed anyone. He didn't like goodbyes. The simpler, the better. Did they switch the crew today? He asked, noticing unfamiliar faces. A stewardess bowed slightly. Yes, boss. 2 of the flight attendants resigned to get married. Their husbands didn't want them flying anymore, so the chief hired replacements. These 2 were handpicked from the top airlines. Backgrounds fully verified. Chen Yuan nodded. All right. Honestly, it wasn't surprising. His crew members were all gorgeous. Top tier. The kind that turned heads at every airport. That some rich man would poach them with a ring? Normal. Chen Yuan didn't bother intervening. And the new girls? White skin, long legs, bright eyes, sweet smiles. Professional. Pleasant. Nothing felt off. After boarding, the new stewardesses did their jobs diligently. One came forward politely. Boss, it's 7:50 a.m. Flight BV-101 is preparing for takeoff. Please fasten your seatbelt. Chen Yuan obliged. A few moments later, the plane was soaring into the sky, 10,000 meters above ground, cruising smoothly. Boss, may I get you a drink? The new girl asked. Coke. Thanks, he replied casually. But down on the ground, at Duntian Airport, a man wearing sunglasses checked his watch, then quietly stepped into a secure booth and made a satellite call. Sir, the target has boarded his private jet. Operation Shadow Sky is active. We've installed liquid high explosives all over the plane. Power equal to 10 tons of TNT. At this altitude, with this kind of blast, there is no chance of survival. A chilling voice echoed across encrypted satellite channels. Excellent. After all this time, you finally took the bait. 10,000 meters in the air. A high explosive bomb. No escape. No rescue. A perfect kill. Activate satellite surveillance. I want a live recording of Chen Yuan's death. Every second of it. Yes, sir. Within moments, America's global surveillance satellites locked onto Chen Yuan's private aircraft. But as the crosshairs tightened, an uneasy silence grew. Meanwhile, inside the luxurious jet, something felt off. Strange. Chen Yuan glanced at his wristwatch. It had been over 5 minutes since he asked for a Coke. The stewardess still hadn't returned. He reached down to unbuckle his safety belt, only to find it wouldn't budge. What the? The belt was locked, completely jammed. No matter how much force he applied, the material wouldn't tear. Even he, a man with reinforced superhuman stats, couldn't break it. The straps weren't normal. They were fused with the seat. Custom-made. Chen Yuan's eyes narrowed. This was no accident. He gritted his teeth, and with a sudden burst of power, crack, the seat shattered beneath him. But just as he stood, boom, a blinding inferno erupted from the center of the plane. A hellish mushroom cloud exploded through the sky, engulfing the aircraft in a tidal wave of flame, metal, and death. The heat, the shockwave, the force. It was like a mini nuke had gone off. A flaming blast that tore the clouds open. Metal debris spun violently. Seats shredded. Windows shattered. No survivors. Not the captain. Not the crew. Not the 2 new stewardesses. And not Chen Yuan. A low growl emerged from the firestorm. Damn it, you dare plot against me like this? You think this is enough to kill me? System, boost my physique by 50 points. Ding. Physique plus 50. Upgrade complete. Current physique, 610. Remaining enhancement points, 95. A warm surge of power coursed through his broken, scorched body. Torn flesh healed. Burnt skin regenerated. His bones, once cracked, reforged stronger than ever. That explosion just now was equivalent to 1/10 the strength of a tactical nuclear warhead. If not for his 10% flame immunity, he would have been vaporized on the spot. But now, ding, flame immunity plus 5. Ding, flame immunity plus 5. Ding, flame immunity plus 5. Current flame immunity, 95. The high explosive blast hadn't just burned. It tore through the sky with a savage shockwave. A wave strong enough to tear flesh, break bones, and pulverize the human body into paste. But not Chen Yuan. He poured in 50 stat points without hesitation. Now, no damage could touch him. As the blast settled, Chen Yuan's naked body hurtled from the sky like a comet. His clothes were gone. Shoes, gone. Hair, burned off. Even his eyebrows, gone with the wind. Naked, bald, falling fast. The wind whipped across his bare skin. So cold. Even his flying shoes were gone. How the hell was he supposed to land? But in the wreckage, a single slab of metal had survived. Floating midair. With precision, Chen Yuan extended his spiritual power, grabbing the shard. Whoosh. He stepped on it, balancing perfectly, and began gliding down like a human surfboarder. 5 minutes later, he landed gracefully on the rooftop of a 32-story apartment building. The rooftop had laundry flapping in the wind. Just as he stepped forward to borrow some clothes. Bang! The rooftop door burst open. A girl in cartoon pajamas stepped out, yawning, eyes half open. Then, she froze. There, standing in the sunlight, was a completely naked man, muscles gleaming, like some Greek god of war, but naked. H, she screamed. Pervert. There's a naked pervert on the roof. Chen Yuan, completely calm. Relax. I'm not a pervert. The girl squinted through her fingers. Wait, he has abs? Damn, his body is insane. So big. No. No. Stop it, Sun Zichin. What are you even thinking? She slapped her cheeks, covering her eyes again, but left a tiny gap between her fingers. You freak. That's my dad's shirt. Don't you dare touch it, or I'm calling the police. I'll return it. Promise. Chen Yuan slipped on a shirt and pants, turned around, and, without another word, jumped off the 32nd floor. Ah! Her scream echoed across the building. Neighbors came running. What's going on? Someone jumped. From the rooftop. He looked like Yen Zong. Huh? Everyone leaned over the balcony, staring down. Nothing. He was already gone. Girl, are you crazy? Who the hell would jump from the 32nd floor naked? You've been fangirling too hard. Go see a shrink. Just then, WOWO. Sirens echoed in the distance. News broke. An aircraft had exploded over the city. Shrapnel and debris had rained down. One Cadillac driver had been severely injured, crushed by falling metal. The police launched an urgent investigation. A private jet. High-altitude explosion. No survivors expected. Hello everyone. This is Yuan TV News. A private luxury aircraft departing from Duntian Airport en route to Yanjing exploded midair just moments ago. According to the latest updates, all passengers and crew are presumed dead. Surveillance footage confirms the only known passenger on board was Chen Yuan. Boom. The internet exploded. Fans lost their minds. Tens of millions of girls were in utter disbelief. Chen Yuan? Dead. The nation's top heartthrob? Gone. A man worth trillions, young, handsome, and legendary, just gone like that? You've got to be kidding. But soon, the airport surveillance video leaked. It was him boarding the plane, and the world began to mourn. That's it for today's chapter recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest manga, manhwa, and manhwa recaps. Got thoughts on today's chapter? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on the story. Also, if you know other fans who were reading this manhwa but stopped because it got axed, share this video with them. The more support we get, the more motivation we'll have to keep making these videos. See you in the next one. Until then, keep turning the pages.